Hello, guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, lovealadijonnaise. Welcome to all of you that you are out there in the world in different countries speaking different languages. Welcome you all. Thank you so much, guys, for being here once again. And also, welcome to my lovely girlfriend.
Hello, guys. Hello to all of you, as my boyfriend said. To all of you who speak different languages or in different countries and are listening to us right now, welcome to our podcast. I'm fine, my love. How are you?
I'm fine, perfectly fine. Very happy for being recording this episode.
Me too.
Yes, well, today we have an episode that is completely related to long distance relationships, okay? So basically, the main reason of this podcast, because it's been already a while since we talked about specifically long distance relationship. We've been focusing more on kind of emotional things, also a couple of motivational, mental, and those type of things. But of course, we haven't forgotten about this part. So here we are, and basically today we want to talk about the two phases of a long distance relationship. So what does it mean?
Well, for those ones of you who are not in long distance relationship, to explain you a bit, two phases of long distance relationship is basically that we have as I would call it, happy phase and a sad phase, or one side of the coin or the other side of the coin, meaning like the happy phase is whenever we are, of course, together and do all of these amazing things like travel, spend time together, and make memories together. But the sad phase is sadly when the time comes and we have to say goodbye. The airport, in our case, is airport. In some people's case, maybe the train station, the bus station, and we have to say goodbye, and it's time to be apart for some time.
Yeah. So basically, first we're gonna talk about, I think, about the good things, or maybe we can talk about the bad things first. Now that I'm thinking, so we can end up with the good things.
Okay, let's start. Not the bad things, the sad things.
Well, the sad part of the long distance relationship.
Yeah, because they're not bad. It's a part of it.
It's part of it. And I think also that it's something that people don't tell you. Like when you get in these type of things, or people even don't tell you, or you never think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because for example, and now hitting to the first thing, and I think the biggest one, the biggest sad part of being in a long distance relationship is about those things, saying goodbye. Because I mean, if you ask me actually, I will never have thought how badass it feels.
It does. It does feel badass. I mean, if you have ever said goodbye to someone, like friend, family member, or your couple for just a bit of time, believe me, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing in comparison if you say goodbye because you're in long distance relationship. Because we started crying, I'm not kidding, a week before it's time to say goodbye. The whole week we are like, okay, no, like crying babies.
It's I will say that it's a very cruel part, and it's a cruel part that no one ever tells you, or you never think about it, because you never imagine how painful it is. And at the end of the day, you somehow you're gonna see the person once again, because, well, we already have explained this on our first season, that one of the main keys to handle a long distance relationship is to always have more or less a date that you're gonna meet the other person. But that one we already talked about in the first season. But still, even though you know more or less the date, or even actually you know the date because you already booked the flights or you booked your bus or whatever, still cruel, because you feel it. And actually personally, me, it's been whenever we say bye to each other, like literally once we are apart, still we're literally meters away, but still we're not together anymore. I feel like the real face, like I literally say to myself,
to your face.
Also, but I really say to myself, dude, this is so cruel. I mean, this is the part that I just can't get used to, you know?
No, I know. I also cannot get used to it, and it's very cruel. And for me, it's just as if someone would take my heart out.
Yeah.
It's basically, as they say, I know it's cliche, they say in books and movies, ripping your heart out, but it is like that.
No, I know.
It's very cruel, and especially if you're, I think it's always the hardest for the one that stays home.
Yeah, because you I mean, we always have said this, like you don't do anything, and at least the other person is distracted
by traveling and also
doing
cannot
things.
just cry in the middle of the airport
Yeah.
like crazy. People are gonna think, okay, he or she's not okay, I need to help this person. But if you stay home, you're just there
Existing, basically.
saying goodbye, you go to your car, and now what? And literally 10 minutes ago you were together. How is that possible?
Yeah. It's a badass thing, and no one ever prepares you for that. And I think, like, even after so many goodbyes that we have had by now, that I know still they're not super a lot, but there are a lot already.
Yeah.
We just can't get used to it.
No.
And every time is the same.
And we thought in the beginning it's gonna be easier with every goodbye.
Yeah.
That's a lie. It's harder.
No, it's harder, but I mean, if you have a long distance relationship and you also struggle with this, because who doesn't struggle with this? Who's in the same?
Of course, you're not gonna be happy about it.
What we recommend you to do, and that at least it works. I mean, a bit maybe, just momentary, but it works. That we say to each other is like one less goodbye. You know?
We always say one less goodbye. And as we mentioned, I don't remember if it was the first season or the second, we have the teddy bears.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember which season it was, but that we have the teddy bears, and we always say, it's one less goodbye, and now you have the teddy bear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just to remind you, because we bought each other the teddy bears.
Yeah, we bought each other the teddy bear. I mean, that's our thing. Actually, also, when we were talking to Hank and Ingrid.
Our friends. Hi,
Hi, guys. Actually, I mean, of course, this was outside the podcast. We weren't recording. We were just actually talking.
Talking to them, yeah.
And we explained them the thing about the teddy bears. And they have a lamp. A magic lamp.
A magic lamp. And apparently if you press on it, the other person's lamp turns on as well.
Yeah.
And do they have like different colors?
It's like a color message thing. Like, don't remember, like, I think Ingrid explained us. I mean, what also Hank, but I think Ingrid was the one that explained us the thing of the colors. It's like, depending on the color, is the meaning feeling of something. For example, they explain us that actually I think you can set it like as you wish. But I remember they told us that, for example, if the lamp used to turn on blue, was because they were feeling sad. You know, the person was feeling sad. Or for example, like the lamp used to turn on yellow, it means that the person is awake. You know?
And then because the other person's lamp turns on, which is very cute. Yeah,
it's actually very cute. So first recommendation, whenever you start feeling this type of sad parts of the long distance, find yourself something that can remind you of the other person. Just like Hank and Ingrid with the lamps, Sam and me with the teddy bears. You can actually find something.
It can be whatever. Also, if you want a piece of clothing.
No, I mean, she has half of my wardrobe here in her house, so...
I have half of your wardrobe in my house. But, as we said, in for us, the most cruel part is definitely saying goodbye.
Yeah.
But also being apart is pretty hard. But I think that the hardest one is saying goodbye.
That's actually the moment, and it lasts 1 day, 2 days maximum, like the real feeling, because... I mean, honestly, me, after that, I cannot, since we start getting in our things once again, you cannot, not that you forget, but actually you start getting distracted.
You forgot about me.
There we go with the thing of being dramatic that we were talking about on the previous episode.
You forgot about me.
So, guys, this is like an inner joke we have. So, but basically, like, the first 2 days are in reality the very hard ones. Because after you start just getting in your things and you cannot...
distract yourself.
No, but you retake, you know, like, because in some way, I mean, we need to accept that we are used to being apart as well.
That's
so
true, yeah.
we retake like the routine of being apart.
But as you said, the first 2 days are the hardest. Maybe the first week is the saddest.
I mean, yes.
But then, as you said, we retake our routine, we get back into the routine, and that's it. And then we're just basically counting the months, weeks, days.
Yeah, that we're
literally
apart. But yeah, basically that's it. But now let's move on to the happy, because this is the sad one. It's a big thing, like a real deal thing. But the happy things, they're way more than the sad ones. So
of course,
this is when we say it's worth it to be in a long distance.
Yeah, as they say, the happy outweighs the sad. And has way more meaning and powerful feelings than, of course, the sad ones. Of course, sad ones we cannot forget, but it's all about the happy ones.
Exactly. Well, to begin, and I think it's one of the most important ones, is literally recounting and being together, of course.
Yeah, the moment at the airport when you just walk through the door of arrivals. Oh.
If you ever watch, guys, a video on YouTube of literally couples recounting and those type of things, of course it looks very cute on the video, but I mean, if you're in a long distance relationship,
you know how it feels.
You know how it feels, and if you're not, it's a feeling that we just can't explain.
No, you can't explain the feeling. A lot of people have asked me, and how do you feel every time you see each other, or how did you feel? And I don't know how to explain, because only that specific feeling, only people in long distance, couples in long distance relationship can feel.
Yeah, it's something very particular. It's like I've never been in drugs and stuff, but like being on ecstasies, it's
probably
you feel alive. You feel, I don't know. I can't explain.
And you just, when you hug the person, you just don't want to let go. Just stay there in the moment at the airport.
It's amazing, and also that led us, and actually some of you were talking about it when we were preparing the episode, that I was telling her that it's like the energy, and I consider it's an energy that if you were like in a like a normal relationship, at some point you lose kind of that energy. Why? Because you see your partner so often that at some point you don't feel the same energy. You maybe actually keep loving the person even more and more every day. But the energy of seeing the person after a long time, of knowing that you are a part of that person, I don't think normal couples can actually feel it that often.
No, of course not, because they are way more together than us. And as we said, it's just something you cannot explain, and they don't have the energy anymore.
No, I know. It's pretty amazing, and the fact that you are together, and all the time that you are together, literally, you do a lot of things. Why? Because there's so many things to tell each other.
You want to tell each other, because you basically do the whole catch up with your couple.
Yeah.
Because of course, you do it on the phone and that, but it's not the same.
Exactly. And also, it's good to save money. And it's gonna sound kind of tricky, because in theory we're spending a lot of money on traveling, which at the end I don't see it as like spending money. I see it more like an investment, because we're investing on seeing each other. But especially, I mean, at least me paying a trip, I see it as an investment, not as an expense.
Yes, I agree with you, because a lot of people have told me, wow, your relationship is expensive. How can you do it? Yes, it is expensive, but it's not spending money and go to see you. An investment. Just invest in a trip, fine, you go and see your couple. Yeah,
it's like investing on living. I will call it just like that. You are investing on living.
On living, because it's a part of our lives. It's how the relationship is.
Yeah, exactly. And also, as travelers that we are,
we love to travel. That's the best part.
Yeah,
one of the best.
The fact that we need to travel is like amazing. I mean, first of all, you're traveling to see the other person, but secondly, you're traveling actually to live, because every time that you travel, you're living, you're seeing other things, you're going out of your comfort zone, of your bubble. You are actually realizing how things are in the world. which
Yeah,
is
and I
amazing.
think we're very lucky also that we're from very different cultures
Yeah,
and continents. It's completely different. So we see one and the other and have the opportunity to also use this traveling for to travel more because of course normal couples and also my friends in a normal relationships they travel more than me when we have holidays and when they're home and stuff
yeah.
like that, but I don't do because my boyfriend is not with me all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And also this has to be with saving money because we don't spend a lot on unnecessary things
Mm-hmm.
because since we need to be saving money for the trips because of course they're not cheap trips. We are not spending on unnecessary things that maybe we didn't have this relationship we will be paying and
Probably paying,
spending and
buying, yeah.
things that we don't need at the end of the day, and instead of that we're actually saving money and we are spending on seeing each other.
Yeah, I've also some people told me, "Oh, look, I bought this and that," and then I'm like, "Yeah, good for you. Enjoy your new things." And they're like, "Ha!"
Yeah.
But in a joke, they say, "Ha ha! You need to save because you need to see your boyfriend." But
Yeah.
it's a joke, of course.
No, I know, of course, the joke is
Yeah.
like the same with me. Sometimes I mean they don't. It's like they don't do like the haha thing, but I can actually realize that people they buy themselves stuff
Yeah.
or friends, for example, they buy themselves cars, they buy themselves really nice clothes or
Expensive technology.
with very expensive technology and stuff, and it's not like they tell me something, but I'm all the whole time like, dude, I'm saving money to go and see her, and also the fact that I'm coming to Europe, a place that I really love, it's like amazing.
No,
You know?
yeah, it's different. It's
Yeah.
different kind of spending, you know.
Yeah, it's a different way of managing the relationship because whenever you have like a normal relationship you actually I actually consider that you also, I mean, you guys, that if you have a normal one, meaning not apart from each other, you also spend a lot because since you are together, because you're in the same place, you're going out like very often,
more often than we do, and that's the thing. For example, our friends that have normal relationship, they never think about it how much they're spending, and they're only like tell us, "Wow, you spend a lot," but not on a mean way or anything. Of course, they are super nice and supportive. But we have gotten a lot of comments. I mean, they people have told us, "Wow, you spend a lot," but you know, we never thought about. At least me, I never thought about before. But now that you're saying, they do spend as well,
of course,
and
they
even
do spend
more.
Yeah, because actually you put yourself to the thing is just like they see each other every week, okay? And every week, I mean, normally I will suppose that they see each other like at least, what, 3 days a week, 4 days a week?
On average, 3 or 4 days per week.
That means spending, if they have a car, spending on gas. If they don't have a car, spending on public transport. Also, on what are they gonna do? They are going out for dinner, for lunch. That's literally cinema, shopping, a lot of things.
Going with the girlfriend to the hairdresser, whatever.
Literally, at the end of the month, try to do like the account. Like literally, take the account of how much have you spent in the whole month.
Do that.
And it's like, dude.
Also, if they decide and go on a weekend trip to the spa, to mountains, to the beach, or let's suppose there is a holiday from school and work in for a week and they go with the family, of course they all spend.
Yeah, they all spend. And even thinking like, you know, because for example, you and me were a lot of those type of plans, and I'm pretty sure that if we were in a party and we were like a normal couple, even you were Mexican or I was Slovenian and stuff, we were living here, we will continue being those type of plans because we like to be home, you know. And our plans together, yes, we like going out and those type of things, but also we like to have like our well, the thing that I was explaining, like Viernes Social and those like social Fridays. And being home, maybe, I mean, I buy myself beer, you buy yourself wine, we buy snacks and we watch a movie or we play board games and stuff. That at the end of the story, you end up spending on those type of things. Maybe not that much, like if you were going out, but at the end of the day, you're spending.
But yeah, I mean, we're one of those that we like to do both things, either go out or stay home. But if you're in a normal relationship, please do your maths.
We are kind of curious about it.
We're very curious. Do your maths at the end of the month. How much you spend with your boyfriend or girlfriend, please. and then you'll see that actually your relationship is also expensive.
Yeah, because you're talking about that we spend a big amount of money, but like twice a year only. You
Only
know,
twice
more
a
or less,
more
twice
or
a year.
less.
And you're spending more or less the same amount of money monthly.
Monthly.
Because you're like literally taking your accountability literally monthly.
Monthly.
Yeah.
But be fair, don't go now to the cheapest restaurant. Go the
Like
usual
normally,
things
the
you
usual
do,
thing.
normal things. See your boyfriend, girlfriend, the amount of times you usually see them, and make the count. You'll see. You'll be the same as us.
Exactly. And basically, well, that was it, guys. We just wanted to share with you these points of view that we have, just to see always the two faces of the coin, as we will say.
Yeah.
The badass part of the long distance relationship that no one tells you, or you never think about it.
You're basically not prepared. You have to deal with it.
You need to deal with it, and you never get used to it. But also on the other side, we have like the good part and the happy one, and the one that actually makes you think that it's worth it to go through all that pain of saying goodbye to the other person, because you're gonna feel 10 times more happiness than sadness.
Yes, I couldn't say it better. So basically, to sum up all the whole episode, guys.
Yeah. And well, we encourage you, like the ones that you are in a long distance relationship, keep on. You can do it. This is amazing. And firstly, and most importantly, this is worth it.
This is worth it. And you know, as they always say, after the rain, the sun comes. So
Yeah.
keep on. I know it's hard, but you can do it. And for those ones who are normal relationship, also we hope for all of you that you like the episode and do your maths. You'll see.
Do your maths, but also
you're expensive as well.
Well, also enjoy it.
No, I'm kidding. But
You're lucky because you have your half next to you.
That's true. They're very lucky.
Yeah. So basically, that was it, guys. Thank you so much. And again, my girlfriend is gonna provide you with the social media. That is very important.
That is very important. As usual, you can find us on Instagram and all the podcast platforms at lovealadijonnaise podcast. And don't forget to share. That's very important. That's how you help your favorite podcasters to grow. And as you always say, we'll be back next week with another topic.
Thank you so much, guys, and have an amazing weekend. Bye bye.
Bye bye.